Chapter 4. System Upgrade.
Carl had no idea what was going on, but the first thing he did was to check his phone to make sure the money had been reflected in his bank account, and the smile that crept up on his face made the cashier take a step back. Fuck. Yeah. Carl thought to himself that he had over S50 go in his bank account, which was more than he had ever had in his life.
Carl didn't even realize that the system had added a new feature. It sunk in a second after checking his balance. Wait, what?
Harem function? Carl thought to himself.
He didn't need to verbalize his thoughts as the system took it upon itself to explain what it was.
The harem function allows the user to recruit women into his harem by gaining their affection. A special cashback bonus is given in addition to the cashback granted by the system tier with each amount spent on the women within the user's harem. Carl was perplexed by this. He thought this was all about money. But he just found out there's a way to earn even more.
Holy shit.
Carl thought to himself. To everyone else he was staring at the cashier and making funny faces. Are you okay, sir? The cashier finally questioned, snapping Carl back to reality.
Carl realized he was in public and quickly composed himself. His items were packaged for him and he handed them to Jane.
Carl looked at his sign screen and pressed the Y's button so the draw could begin. He noticed that he had something called Extreme Lottery and hoped it was something decent, otherwise it would be a waste.
Congratulations.
You have drawn Extreme Memory Recall.
Extreme Memory Recall. This user has the ability to recall every information or events experienced right down to the most insignificant details. Congratulations.
You have drawn Vehicular Mastery. Vehicular Mastery.
The user is an innate master of operating vehicles.
Be it cars, bikes, or even planes.
Congratulations. You have drawn a Jaguar XF. The Jaguar XF.
The user owns an exotic car. It can be found in the driveway.
Congratulations.
You have drawn JPD Agency Group.
JPD Agency Group.
The user is now the owner of a small acting agency in Beverly Hills. It is promising and has the potential to be among the best. The necessary documents can be found in your car alongside the address. Kyle had the biggest smile on his face. His life was turning around in the blink of an eye, and he wasn't about to question it. Carl walked out of the building, and the only car that looked out of place, hence easy to locate. The car key spawned within his pocket.
Carl ran to the car, but not before someone tugged at his shirt. Carl looked back and realized that it was Jane. She gave him her number on a piece of paper, but she couldn't even hold his gaze. Carl noticed her colleagues giggling at the back as he realized that they were probably the ones who urged her to give him her number. Harem members, 1-2. Name, Jane. Age, 23. Affection, 5. Carl stopped in his tracks and spared her another glance only to see her stealing a glance at him before averting her gaze once again. The system not only told him women that are interested in him, so he didn't need to guess, but it also granted him items that spawned in real time. This felt surreal. If this was black magic, Carl hoped the caster wouldn't stop because he wasn't even half done. Carl wanted to check out the property that he had acquired. Opening the door to his car, and the new car smell hit his nostrils. Now that's a new car, Carl thought. Luckily, he had a driver's license due to one of the jobs he had gotten in the past involving delivery. Kyle, thanks to the skill acquired by his system, could drive the car with relative ease, instantly knew how to operate it. But he first needed to find the documents of the agency he now owned, and just as he suspected, it was there. Everything was signed and official in his name, damn it. This agency might as well eat a double-decked shit sandwich. Ecosaeus and de Haven had a half-decent gig in years. Alady barked at a woman with a clipboard who just stared at her blankly. The lack of jobs isn't because of our inability to find jobs. I think it is time for you to consider actual acting classes, the woman responded. Her face soon moved as she looked unimpressed by what she had seen. You bitch. I am naturally born talent. The lady continued to bark, prompting the woman to take a deep breath. But before she could respond, one of her employees called her to the side. This lady had a powerful aura around her. She was clearly in her mid-20s, but the power she exuded showed that she was used to leading. She had that. What is it? The woman asked in a dismissive tone. The truth about this waste at this agency was about to go under. They were barely floating above water as people would rather choose the more established agencies. Miss Isabella, I have great news. The employer responded. She was giddy and Isabella could instantly tell that it might be something worth listening to. Speak, Carly. I'm a busy woe. But before Isabella could complete her sentence, Carly interfered by showing her a page on her phone.
Isabella's face went from neutral to surprised. She immediately snatched the device out of her hand.
What is this?
Someone bought the entire share of the agency. This means... Isabella screamed before clasping her mouth shut.
We are saved, boss. Carly responded. Are you done? I have places to be. The talentless upcoming actress exclaimed, and Isabella realized at this moment that she didn't need to put up with this anymore.
She walked up to the lady. She had to tolerate her before, because they needed all the money they could get, but that problem had been solved by Kyle.
I am afraid you are no longer qualified to work with us. You will be refunding your agency fees. Leave or I will throw you out myself. You spoilt brat. Isabella felt the weight lift off her chest the moment she said this. She had wanted to say this for the longest time. She already knew that the new shareholder would be coming here at an imminent and realized she had to prepare the place to welcome him.